What is the Strait of Hormuz and why it is so important? The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow 21-mile wide maritime choke point connecting the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Indian Ocean. The Strait of Hormuz is the world's most important oil transit route with about 20 million barrels or more per day, mostly bound for Asian countries like India and China. The Strait of Hormuz is bordered by Iran to the north and Oman, UAE to the south. This strait is a focal point of regional conflict. Iran frequently threatens to close it. The intention behind it is to increase the price of oil globally. It is called oil bottleneck, a key route for oil and liquefied natural gas (LNG) from Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, and the UAE to the world market. Eight major islands with the strait are predominantly controlled by Iran, which has a significant naval presence in the area. Iran and the United Arab Emirates have long-standing disputes over the islands of Abu Musa, Great Tomb, and Lesser Tomb. There are few alternative pipelines capable of bypassing the strait, making the global economy highly vulnerable to the disruptions. Not only oil, but the strait is essential for the transport of chemicals, fertilizers, and other commodities. Roughly 45% of global sulfur exports pass through it. The Strait of Hormuz is more than the route for the transportation of oil. It feeds more than 100 million people. The tankers moving through the Strait of Hormuz carry approximately 20% of the world's natural gas and oil supply. But other than this, it is a lifeline for more than 100 million people of this region. As much of the Gulf Arab states' drinking water comes through this route. Most of the food of the people living in this region comes through this sea route. Saudi Arab imports more than 80% of its food, the United Arab Emirates around 90%, and Qatar about 98%. Iraq's bulk imports of foods passes through the Strait of Hormuz, which is now blocked due to the attacks on commercial ships plying through this strait. Since this waterway is drastically affected, shippers are trying to find another alternative, but with increased in the rates, as these routes are costlier and logistically strained. Because of this war, the supply chains are on the brink of severe disruption. According to the UK Maritime Trade Operations, almost 24 ships have been attacked while passing through the strait since war started. Shipping companies, for this reason, are not ready to take the risk of sailing through the Strait of Hormuz. Geographically, the Strait of Hormuz is water passage for ships between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. On the north is Iran, and on the south lies Mosandam Peninsula. The strait is about 35 to 60 miles wide and about 104 miles long. Along the northern coastline, there are Iranian islands of Qeshm, Horuz, Hangam, and Larak. The United Arab Emirates is also located near the strait, about 40 to 50 miles to the strait's narrowest point on either side of Mosandam Peninsula. Hormuz word has been derived from the name of Zoroastrian god Ahura Mazda. Alternatively, it has been said that the name is derived from the local Persian word Hormuz, the place of dates. Another theory says that the Strait of Hormuz may have been named after Ifra Hormizd, the mother of King Shapur II of Persia, who ruled between 309 and 379 AD. The strait contains 8 major islands, 7 of which are controlled by Iran. Iran and the United Arab Emirates disagree as to the owner of the strategically located Abu Musa and Greater Tomb. The Iranian Gulf Coast is not conducive for development as because of climatic reasons. Here it is too hot for inhabitation. July and August months are the hottest and dry. These days, Iran has effectively blocked the Strait of Hormuz since United States of America and Israel have attacked the country. The war has sent global fuel prices soaring. LNG is a gas turned into liquid, which takes up 600 times lesser space for transport. This is later turned back into gas at its destination to be used for heating, cooking, and power. About 3,000 ships usually sail through the Hormuz Strait every month, but because of the war, the number has drastically decreased. Iran has threatened to attack the tankers and other ships. At least 21 ships have been targeted, incurring heavy losses to them. This is Facts About the World. Thank you for watching.